Hi. Right, yeah, I just thought I'd take a moment to talk about my Michelin Anakee adventure tyres. Came as standard on some of the models of the V85TT. The other option was on the, I think it's called the Travel. They came with the Michelin Tourance tyres. So-say, more road biased tyre. I say so-say, that's what I've heard people say. Some people say a much better tyre for the road, if that's where you're going to spend most of your time. But I guess I bought this bike because I wanted to get out and explore more, off the beaten track, as it were. So, I say, bike came equipped with the Anakee Adventures 80/20 tyre. Perhaps I should start by saying, talking a bit about the kind of riding that I do, the kind of riding that I want to do, and the experience that I don't have, basically. I'll put some clips up of the kind of terrain that I've been riding on, mostly kind of dusty gravel trails and tracks. Sometimes a bit sketchy for me, with no prior knowledge to off-road. I have been riding bikes for a little over 30 years, with a bit of a long gap in the middle, due to breaking one of my legs in 2 places, followed by 3 kids. But I've been clocking up regular miles, typically do 5,000 miles a year. I've smashed that out to this year. Yeah, love riding around on this bike. Anyway, back to the tyres. So, say 80/20 tyre. I have never purposely sought out and changed tyres on any of the bikes that I've had. I've always run what they come with, and mostly pretty happy. I have to say, the very first time I got on this V85, I just felt at home, like within the first mile. The bike just gave me so much confidence, and the little I went out for a 20-minute like run around with the guy who came out for the test ride, and he was on a Ducati Scrambler, and really put this bike and me through our paces. It was great fun trying to keep up with him, and yeah, so it was quite a different bike to what I'm used to, and but very quickly felt at home. And I think part of that is the tyres. You know, they just, I never had to stop and give them a thought. You know, very quickly leaning into the bends, absolute confidence in them. Say, I've never sought out or changed the tyres on my bike, and I considered it on this one back in September. I knew I was going to do a trip down into France, through Switzerland, into Italy, went to see the Moto Guzzi factory down there, and then on to some great roads, the Stelvio Pass, and on into the Dolomites. Fantastic tour. The bike never skipped a beat. But before I set off, the rear tyre with 7,000 miles on it was looking like it may not see the distance. So that got me thinking, right, I'm probably going to be on tarmac for the entire trip. Am I going to switch to the Tourance? I decided why would I change? Really happy with the Anakee Adventures. Man, I got wet on some days, and they handled just as well in the wet as they did in the dry. Utter confidence inspiring. Yeah, decided to stay with them. So changed the rear out at 7,000 miles. Probably had another 1,000 left in it, but I thought, just do it. It's a complication that I don't need to run into when I'm away on this trip. So yeah, swap the rear out. The front still original, and we're just coming up to 12,000 now. The rear, with I guess 5,000 miles of my riding, it's barely scrubbed in. I think I'm going to get a lot more than the 7 that the original tyre gave me. Really, really happy with them. And so I may have mentioned it earlier. I will be putting up some footage of the tracks and trails that I've been out on. All very new to me. I mean, like, doing that is new to me. So getting the rear kind of moving around and being off-road, I think my confidence building very quickly. And again, I've got to put a lot of that down to these tyres. It's great when you feel a little bit of a slip, but it's in that loose gravel and going over awkward stones. I've never felt that the tyres have done anything wrong. Anyway, I guess I'm rambling away, getting round to saying, for me, I can't go comparing them with anything else, but in the riding that I do, I cannot fault the Anakee adventures. I will stick with them. Yeah, for this bike, for sure, I'll stick with them. I want to get into more gnarly stuff off-road, but I think that's going to require a different bike. The V85 ain't light, and I think to build my confidence and skills, I could probably go down to like 250, 300 or something, which is a bit easier to maneuver and takes away those nagging thoughts of, oh, what if I drop it in the dirt and I'm out on my own? Not a clever situation, really. Obviously, I take it cautiously because I don't want anything untoward to happen to the bike, or most importantly, to myself. Anyway, that's my rambly thoughts. Just a little something I'll add on to the end of this video. You may or may not have noticed that I took the rubbers off my pegs. The first person to notice says, "What's that about then? Style?" And I said, no. I've taken to getting on and off the bike using the pegs. A little tip I got from Moto Rock or Rock Motor Adventures, something like that. A guy in the States does fantastic bike reviews and tips how to move your bike around, kind of really basic stuff. And I got tired of doing this kung fu kick, so now just onto one peg, straight over. Doesn't matter if I've got panniers, top box, anything like that. It's just a great way to get on and off the bike. So 2 or 3 times my boot slipped off whilst I was mounting the bike, and I thought, let's whip those rubbers off and see what that's like. I thought it might get a little bit vibey, because some people, I don't know if they have like really delicate feet or something, they talk about vibiness in the pegs on these bikes. I'm just not aware of it, and to be honest, I didn't notice any difference when I took the rubbers off. They're in a box in the garage right now. They can always go back on. but I'm happy with them off. So that's that. What do you say, Bubba?